10 minutes begins right now.
Hi, good evening, everybody. I'm Emily Betts. I'm the Volunteer and Outreach Coordinator for Heartland Humane Society. Andrew's having me present to you this evening, so bear with me here. I have a handout there to go around. While that's going around, I'll tell you a little bit about our organization. We've been around since 1966. We run an open-door animal shelter, which means that we don't turn animals away from our service area of Benton County. We have contracts with the city of Corvallis and the county to house stray animals, to provide lost and found services for those animals, and to run an adoption program. We care for about 2,400 animals a year, and all of the animals that are adopted go home with the vaccinations, parasite treatments, ID tags, microchips, and everybody is spayed and neutered before they leave. We have a lot of programs. We have a humane education program, so our staff goes into schools and presents to youth about humane topics like respect for animals and bite prevention. We run a twice weekly kids club for children to come in and volunteer with the animals. We have 7 sessions of our day camp in the summer, Camp Catnip, so I think there's still slots open if you have kids or know of any that want to come. We utilize for anywhere from 500 to 800 volunteers annually in all aspects of operations, direct animal care, customer service, administration, and special events, and we are a site for court-ordered community service. We have a thrift shop. It's Cat's Meow. It's over across the street from Safeway downtown here. It's managed and staffed by over 100 volunteers and accounts for about 25% of our annual budget. We're here tonight to talk to you about a program that we have called our Safe Housing Program. It serves clients seeking social services in Benton County. It's a unique program. It's one of about 5 of its kind in the country. So it was initially started in response to the link between domestic violence and animal abuse. As you may or may not know, it's difficult for people to leave a violent relationship and enter a shelter. The decision is more difficult when there is a pet involved. Some people choose to stay in that situation with the pet rather than seek shelter if they don't have any other options. The Safe Housing Program also addresses issues related to homelessness and health. People who have lost their homes may choose to stay in a car or on the street with their pet if they can't take the pet into a shelter. We also have taken a look at helping out with Pastega House, so people who are coming to get treatment at Samaritan Medical Center, they might need to travel long distances to get that specialized treatment. When they're staying at the Pastega House, they cannot have their pets there. So we can house their pets for them so they don't have to drive so far to care for their pets or arrange for that. Initially, the program served exclusively clients of the Center Against Rape and Domestic Violence. With previous funding from United Way, we continued our service to CARDVA clients and expanded our Safe Housing Program to include clients of the Pastega House, Community Outreach, Inc., Women's Homeless Shelter and the Inclement Weather Shelters, and Benton County Department of Human Services or Social Services. This last fiscal year, we housed 28 animals from 23 different families in our Safe Housing Program. So 23 different families were able to seek the help that they need from the variety of social services that Benton County offers. Our goal is not really to increase the number of families that we serve. It's really to provide the best quality of service and specialized appropriate service to the families that we're serving. We strive to provide safe and friendly environment for people's pets, where they can come and visit them while they're getting the help that they need, and that they know that their pet will be well cared for, and they can leave them there knowing that. We provide counseling for owners to discuss their options and work with the advocates of the clients from the other groups to make sure that we are providing the best possible solution for the situation. Sometimes that means that the owner can take the animal back. We hope that's the case, and often times it is. Other times it just really isn't in the best interest of everybody for that pet to go back into the home, and it might be a barrier for that person to carry on with their new lifestyle that they need to lead. So we will provide placement for their pet in that case. All of the pets that are in our safe housing program get the same standard of care that our shelter animals get. So we try to update them on vaccinations if we can do that, if they require it. We will deworm them, address any other kind of minor medical needs that they may have, and spay and neuter them, and provide a microchip at no expected reimbursement from the owner. So that's kind of an overview of our program. Does anybody have any questions for us?
I have a question. So when you first started the program for Cardva clients, you were doing this in response to when there was a domestic abuse situation. There was also pets involved. So then my understanding is that you took over the pets.
Absolutely.
The situation while they were in a transition with their lives.
Yeah, so they could get into shelter and out of the
and
situation.
And then you're not charging them anything?
No, absolutely.
What is a microchip?
What is
What does it cost per gram?
for us?
Yeah.
It costs about $5 to $10. The cost varies during the year. Anyone else?
Also provide other emergency, like if your house burns down or other things that aren't.
Absolutely. We're in contact with the Red Cross, so when they step in to aid families in those cases, we'll take their pets.
We also had a special situation with an individual, and she wasn't through one of our partner agencies, but they knew about the program, and so we were able to help her. So space allowing, we'll help out.
Is the funding that you guys receive from the city or county in any way tied to the number of animals that you house?
No, absolutely not. We were just looking at that recently.
Not that there's anything
Right. No, it's not. We have a standard contract. The amount of animals fluctuates, depending on the population.
So what was the name of the program again?
It's called the Safe Housing Program.
Safe housing, that's what the funding request is for?
Yes.
Okay. So if you have an open policy, how is it different for somebody using the SAFE program, bringing an animal in as opposed to me not wanting my animal anymore, I just bring it in? How is it different?
How is the funding different?
No.
Just how is the service different? If I have a dog
It's
that-
basically free boarding.
Okay. The idea is that
So-
they can get it. Get the dog.
They'll get the animal back.
Okay.
Right. We're boarding the animal for free, sometimes at our facility, sometimes at a foster home, and then we return the animal.
I see.
And that's why we have to coordinate so closely with the member agencies to know where this person is in their program. Like if they're in Cardva, we're probably not actually talking to the owner of the pet. We're probably talking to their advocate, which is why sometimes the best course of action for the animal is not to be in the safe housing program where they come in, they stay with us for a month, and then they go home with their owner. Sometimes it's best that they just relinquish the pet to us and we find a new owner for them. So we just try to work with what is the best situation. And especially when we work with people at COI, at the homeless shelter, sometimes they're in recovery programs and there's other things going on in their life, and their advocate might say, in this case with this person, it's best that the animal, whatever. And so we adjust to the benefit of the owner.
One last quick question.
So of the 28 animals that you housed, how many then moved over into the adoption arena?
I think it was maybe 5 or 6, not very
Okay,
many.
so not a real high number.
No,
but
and
high
in those cases, it was just the client taking the animal back was preventing them from finding reasonably priced housing or situations like that. So.
Thank you very much.